Welcome back. So last time we were here, we did implementing health, damage, and we set up the enemy base. So we can now go to our character, attack it. So today I want to focus on setting up the AI. Okay, so let's get on to it. Okay, we're going to start by setting up a new folder. I'm calling it AI. Okay, so new folder, A and I. Okay. We're going to click on that folder and we're going to create a few things in here. So we're going to create artificial intelligence. And the first one that we're going to do is called Blackboard. And the acronym for it's going to be BB underscore enemy. Once we have our BB energy, we're going to create one more, artificial intelligence, behavior 3, and it's going to be BT underscore enemy. We're going to create one more thing. So right click. We're going to go to blueprint class this time. I'm going to click on all classes. I'm going to search for an AI controller. And this is one here, AI controller. Okay. I'm going to click select. I'm going to call it AIC underscore enemy. And then I'm going to click save all. Remember always to save. You don't want the engine crashing. Right, so the first thing that I want you to do is open your AIC enemy. We're going to go to our event graph in here. And we're going to pull from event begin play, use Blackboard. So I'm trying to enable everything that we just added. And in here, we need to tell you what Blackboard we're using. And also select both and press Q so they're aligned. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to choose the one I just created, BB underscore enemy. I'm going to pull, run, behavior 3. There we go. Okay, and again, we need to tell it to use the one that we just created. So this is just going to allow us to use our AI as soon as we set it off. Now I'm going to open my enemy character. So the first thing I want to search for is the AI controller. And we're going to tell it to use the one we just created, which was the IAC enemy. And then also we're going to search for auto process. And we want to make sure that it's always running from place in the world or spawn. Okay. Compile, save. Okay, so now we're going to go to our BB enemy under AI. And we're going to need to create a key. And it's going to be an object. Okay. So we're going to name this object attack underscore target. Okay. Under key, expand on it. And let's use our BP underscore hero character. This one here. Not the ABP, but the BP hero character. Okay. So that's what we're going to be chasing to kill. Save again. We're going to go into our IAC enemy. And we're going to create a new function to start making it understand what it's going to attack. Under functions, let's create a new function. And let's make this one set underscore attack underscore target. Right click. And let's search for get Blackboard, which will be this blue one. And from Blackboard, we're going to pull and search for set value. So set value subject. Okay. Connect these two, pull this out, and we're going to promote this to variable. Okay. Then it's going to appear under our variables. And I'm going to name this one attack underscore target underscore key. And I'm going to compile again. Ensure that on your attack key, make sure that your target is going to be attack underscore target, the one that we just created on our BB enemy. Yeah? And save. Well, always save and then compile, just in case. We're going to set the attack target. We're going to click on it. We're going to click on inputs right here. I'm going to click on the plus. And I'm going to create a new input called attack underscore target. And under Boolean, we're going to change that to something else. We're going to search for BP underscore hero underscore character. And we want this to be an object reference. Pull it out and say get attack target, and it will appear here, right? So I'm gonna grab it, pull, and I'm gonna say promote to variable. And we're gonna keep the same name, okay? While I'm here, I'm gonna maybe move this out. I'm gonna select this, put it over here, and then it's easier, and then I can just drag this here. Let's make it like that. So connect this, and we have the tag target connected to the value. If we give a bit more space, I can bring it up. Compile, save. I'm gonna go back to my event graph, where I'm under my run behavior tree. I'm gonna pull from this execution pin. I'm gonna say set attack target. It's a function that we're calling, okay? While we are here, player phone, and I also want to cast to our BP hero. Cast BP hero character. Okay? So we're gonna pull this a bit further, and we're gonna connect these two here. So connect it. Connect this one here. Pull this one over here to that. And Q to make it straight. There we go. Compile again and build. So this is just a simple aggro. We will probably be changing it later. Just remember, for now, it will allow us just to get the character to chase after our player. If we go to our BT enemy, which is this one here, it works similar to when we were doing the animation. So you can drag and add things. So let's go to selector. And then from this selector, I'm going to click on move to. Important in here is tell it where it's supposed to go. So under Blackboard, you can see attack target. Then it knows who to go for. Let me compile. So let's go back to the main level. And to get this to work, we need to tell the engine, right, how is this going to work? How is it doesn't know where to run? All right. So let's get this working. So under the plus sign, so let's quickly add something to the project. All classes, and we're going to search for nav mesh. Here we go. Nav mesh bounce volume. Okay. Let's reset this so it goes back to 0. There we go. And in here, if you go down a bit, you can make this wider, 520. And then let's make it 500. Under show. If you go all the way down to, it says navigation here, click on that little icon, and you're going to be able to see your navigation. Jesus. And it's chasing me really quickly, and you can see how it's following. I'm not actually sticking to the right thing, but we got someone following us and trying to kill us. Let's go to our enemy and change the speed, shall we? So let's go to walk speed. Shall we make it like 300, 200? Your character and how you think it should be moving. So let's see how that behaves when I pull this. So let's go back to our BB enemy. And let's create a new one, a new key. And this is going to be a Boolean. And we're just going to ask if it is damage. Save it. I'm going to go back to BT enemy, right click, and search for add decorator. And we're going to choose Blackboard. While we are in here, we need to select our base state condition. And we want to make sure that we're using is damage for this one. So where it says Blackboard key is going to be is damage. That we create a dispatcher now. So we need to go back to our main character. So control drawer. Character, our parent character that we had before, and we need to go to event dispatchers, and we're going to create one that's called damage underscore state underscore change. And in here we're going to compile really quickly. You can see we have our change here. I'm going to go where it says inputs here, and we're going to click on the plus sign for a new parameter. And this parameter is going to be called is underscore damage. And it's going to be a Boolean, that's fine. And let's compile and save again. So we go back to our BP character here. We're going to go to our event graph again. Let's go to our receive damage. and we need to add something in here, right? So we're gonna move where it's set here, and we're gonna give us a bit more space, okay? So let's just move this around. So now that we have a bit more space, just pull out and say call damage state change. And we're gonna connect this to the is damage, okay? So now that we have our call damage state change, I'm gonna copy it again. I'm gonna go to my no damage. I'm going to paste it here so it knows also what's happening when you don't receive any damage. So connect it, so then we're making sure it works on both ends, when you receive damage and when you don't. So now that this is done, let's go back to our IAC enemy. So while we are on our event graph, we're going to set something to be able to call what we just did. So let's just right click and search for event on possess. Is this one here. And we're going to cast this to our BP parent character. So BP parent character. There we go. And then I'm going to search for a bind. So let's see if I can find it. Bind event to damage state change. Okay. It's going to look like that. So we're binding whatever's happening here. And select and press Q just so it's straight. Now from here, we're going to grab our event. We're going to pull it down. I'm going to search for custom event. I'm going to call this one on underscore damage underscore state underscore changed. Right? So it's going to look something like this at the moment. We need to connect our possess pawn to our object. We need to connect our VP character to our target. Get Blackboard. Then from that, we're going to search for set value as Boolean. So bool, okay? And we're going to connect the damage to your Boolean. And we're going to add a new key. So we're going to pull, drag, promote to variable again. And this time it's going to be it's underscore damage underscore key. Then we're going to save it. From that, we're going to go to our BT enemy. Okay, so we're back to our BT enemy. A new selector to it. So I'm going to pull and search for selector and pull them out so we can align them up correctly. I'm going to connect this to the selector and I'm going to create a wait so it don't attack automatically. Wait 5 seconds is fine. And one thing that we need to make sure is that our Blackboard knows what's happening. So make sure that it goes from none to both. The query is not set and we're looking for is damage, which is correct. So save, go now to our AIC. And we're going to create a new function. And this one's going to call set underscore enemy underscore direction. And while we're on here, always go back to Pancraft really quickly. Where's my tick? Here, so we wanted to check every so often. Set enemy direction that we just created. Okay, let me go back to that. I'm going to get attack target. So, and now from here, I'm going to pull and search for is valid. This one with a big question mark. Let's connect your attack target to input. While on valid, let's search for branch. So after your branch, I'm going to stop here for a minute because we need a condition. Hero character. If you think about here, while it's attacking, it's not going to move, right? So I want to make it more complex than that. On your BP parent character, I'm going to create a new function. I'm going to call this function can move. Get is attacking. I'm also going to get the get is damage. I'm also going to get the get is dead. So we're going to search for a not Boolean. Not Boolean. Okay? And we're going to connect these to here. I'm going to create another one. And another one. Another one here. Not Boolean. So all of these are going to go into a AND. So let's search from that. So search for the AND symbol. You're going to see AND Boolean. And we're going to connect them here. Okay? Need one more ping. So we can finish this function. So return note. So let's do this. So let's connect this to this. This to this. Then what I want to do is, so I want to add variable at the end of this. If I grab this and pull it to the side, and we name this can move underscore move, connect this, all of this, that's fine. Let's compile and save. That this function is a pure function. We don't need all of the connections. We just want it to be able to connect and work. It's on all of my movements that we did before. I want to change this to that function. So move is a function here. And let's do the same for all the other ones. Can move. I'm just calling the function can move. I think that's all of my movements being attached to that can move. So I won't be able to move if I'm dead, attacking, or jumping. Which makes sense. Should we try that? Let's see. See, I cannot move. Let's go back to our ACI enemy. We're going to go back to our set enemy direction. So we're telling it where to go. So now that we know our character can move, let's connect our function to it. So let's pull from that and search can move. At the moment it's not showing, but let's untick the context sensitive, and you can see it's on the BB parent character. Now that we connected here, I need to do one more thing. So I'm going to go back to my event graph. I'm going to search for my cast to BB parent. I want to make sure that this becomes a variable so it's easier to use. Right click on the parent, promote to variable. It's going to create something like this. So we just need to connect it again. Okay. To the variable here, which we will be using soon. Go back to set enemy direction. So from the BP parent character, we're going to pull get actor location, which is this one here. I also need the attack target, and I want to do another one, get actor location. So I'm going to need these two, right? I also need to connect these to the rotation. So find look at rotation. I'm going to select both of them and connect them. Okay, so now I have this, I'm going to bring it up. That's where this one's going to go. And then I'm going to search for my BP parent again. So let's just pull it out and get. And we're going to look for get actor location again. I'm going to look for get forward vector. While I'm here, I want to split this because I only care about one axis. So split struct spin. We're going to pull from here, from the actor location, and we're going to add operators. All right. I'm going to right click and split struct pin so we can see all the X. What I care about is X. And then from here, from the branch, we're going to set focal point. Okay, and we're going to connect this all the way down to the focal point. That's if it's true. Copy and paste. And also this is going to be the not valid. So let's just create a little nut there. Now let's create a math for this. I'm going to get the parent. And this won't work without a parent. So let's make sure we connect this to the parent. Important. And let's add another one. Okay. So let's get the parent. And then let's get actor location. And do it again. Get actor forward vector. And then we want add. Connect these two. And then lastly, connect this to your focal point. Okay. Let's compile, save, main menu, save. And let's see if it's following us correctly now. The speed is a tiny bit fast still, but it's okay. So the next one, what we're going to do is we're going to get the AI to attack us.